Well, the artist formerly known as Kanye West, he's called himself Ye, and so I want to make sure to respect the brother and calling him by the name he changed his name to, Ye. So Ye went on Piers Morgan, and he has a lot of people speaking up about, Ye and the things he's been saying as of late. Let's go ahead and roll that clip.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nobody that gets judged more than a straight white male. The straight white male has the least amount of a platform to even speak. A straight white male can't say, my wife hurt me today, because people will say, well, you're hurting women. A straight white male can't say, hey, a black employee didn't come in to work on time, because then people will say you're racist. A straight white male can't speak on a homosexual person because they'll say you're homophobic.
All right, Ye. That's oh, brother. Okay. So let's go back just a little bit before we address this. You remember when Ye, he would put on the MAGA hat, hey, I don't care about that. If he liked Trump, no problem. A lot of rappers like Trump prior to him running. Let's call it what it is. I remember a lot of rappers talking about, I'm going to get money like Trump. I'm getting that Trump money, and a lot of rappers was cool with Trump. A lot of sports figures was cool with Donald Trump prior to him running. I remember all of that. Donald Trump was in movies like Home Alone 2 and a lot of TV shows Donald Trump had. Everybody had no problem with Donald Trump at all until he decided to run for president. So Kanye, West went up there to the White House and he got with Trump. Everybody said, oh my God, he's with Trump. But that's fine. He likes Donald Trump. No issue for me. But the problem started with black people and Ye. It's when he said slavery was a choice and he was with his, hench person, Candace Owens. He offended a lot of black people by saying that, because I can guarantee my ancestors wasn't told, hey, if you want to be a slave, you can. If you don't want to be a slave, you can leave today. They wasn't presented with that choice. That's saying it's a choice. You understand what I'm saying? And for him not knowing his history, the reason why slavery had to end is because brothers and sisters constantly fought back. This country do not want to talk about all the slave rebellions at all, because they do not want to inspire black Americans with those stories. They want to make sure that when they talk about slavery, we were downtrodden and oh my God, and it took Abraham Lincoln to free us. They didn't want us to know about all the slave revolts in this country. Why they had laws that no more than two black people can be talking to each other is because they was afraid that when more than two people in the black community was talking to each other, we were plotting. They even got that mindset to this day. If you notice on your job, black people, you get about 3 or 4 of you together, y'all talking about the latest NFL game, or women could be talking about the latest reality show, or talking about what happened at the club or what happened here. And them folks looking at you, they looking, you look up and they still looking at you. And then some of them will be bold and try to walk in the middle of your conversation and be standing there trying to listen. I mean, that's how colonized some of them are. I know good and well some of y'all have seen that. Or if you have a supervisor who is part of that community, they'll be trying to figure out ways to, you need to go do this and you need just to break y'all up from talking. It's like in their mind, you plotting something. That's how a lot of them think with this white supremacist mindset. That all comes way back from slavery, because the brothers and sisters, a lot of them were plotting to get off them plantations, plotting to say, I'll burn this whole plantation down. I'm going to poison Massa and his family because I'm cooking their food. Oh, a lot of that was going on, but they don't want to talk about that. It just wasn't the Haitians that poisoned them. Black American people right here was poisoning them too. Taking a lot of them out. Say, hey, when they go to bed tonight, I'm getting off this plantation. I'm wiping out the whole house. That was happening, but they don't want to tell you that. So then, okay, some people say, well, okay, Ye, we know he got, some sort of issues mentally. Maybe he was off his meds that day. Black people like, okay, we'll kind of let some of that go. Fine. But then the White Lives Matter shirt. A lot of black people said, okay, Ye, brother, you're doing too much. You look, Candace, we expect that out of her, but come on, brother. You know better than that. You know better. So a lot of black people is upset with that. We know what that term white lives matter mean because a lot of white nationalists was wearing those shirts at the time period when black people was talking about, Black Lives Matter. And why were they talking about that? Because of what happened to George Floyd, or what happened to Tamir Rice, or what happened to Michael Brown, or what happened to Rekia Boyd, or what happened to Sandra Bland, or what happened to Michael Brown. I mean, the constant names, Sam DuBose, all these different names. Alton Sterling, Ahmaud Arbery. It's so many different names that we could call while black people were saying Black Lives Matter. And it's not so much the organization that black people were saying that about. It is the truth. Black life should matter in America, but it has never mattered in America. So the white supremacists say, well, white lives matter. White lives is the only life that has mattered in America. The only one that has made sure to be propped up and taken care of. So it is true. White lives in this country is the only ones that actually matter and is codified in law. White people don't have to worry about voting rights because their life matter. White people don't have to worry about civil rights because they're the only life that matter. They don't have to worry about having a talk with their children about the police because their life matter. You understand? They don't have to worry about the mortality rate with their women because their life matter. So you wearing a shirt, white lives matter is codified in the Constitution and every law out here. So this is why Black America and people throughout the world say, what in the hell Kanye's doing? But then Kanye says this. Okay. Then we know his current conversation and he's talking about the entertainment industry. He's mentioning Jewish people and all of that. And Kanye think that he's going to have the backing of Black America. See, Kanye, brother, listen. It don't matter how much money you have in America. You are still a ninja to them. You could become the president of the United States with a white mother that raised you. They will still look at you in that manner. They don't care how much money you have. This system doesn't matter. It doesn't care. It would be more beneficial to you to be out of America with your money. You would get more respect than in America because you would never get any respect as a black man. The poorest white man in America get more respect, more honor and chances than you with all the money that you have. That is the truth. But you're going down this path, and the black community cannot follow you, brother. And one thing about white supremacy you don't understand. They love to have you in a position where your community is not supporting you. And then that's when they pounce on you. It was because when you don't have the support of the community, you're unprotected. Listen, I will tell you about Black America. Black American people are very loving people. We are very forgiving people. But when you constantly blatantly saying things, being disrespectful, what you said about George Floyd, that wasn't cool, brother. It wasn't cool. Why did you even bring that up? What's the point of even talking about George Floyd in a negative sense? The brother isn't here anymore. We all watched that brother die a horrific death. Why? Why bring the brother up? You should have told Candace, why are you doing that? Listen, if you want to talk about the money with Black Lives Matter, go ahead. But just leave the George Floyd thing alone. But she was hella disrespectful. In the midst of all of that, the man just died. She comes up talking about his criminal record like we care about a criminal record. So what? Black men get criminal records just for walking down the doggone street. Like that means something to the black community or something. He didn't touch no kids or anything like that. But you're walking the dangerous path. All that you said in that video doesn't even make sense. All you have to do is just do a quick Google search to see who owns and who's the CEO of a lot of these, corporations you're speaking of. It surely don't look like people like me and you, brother. We aren't the CEOs. We don't own those outlets. We don't own CBS. We don't own ABC. We don't own Fox. We don't own none of those networks. CNN, black people don't. So what do you mean they don't have a platform to speak? What are you talking about? They own they own the social media company. It's like, we don't own it as black people. So what are you talking about? Matter of fact, you're talking on their platform. You're not speaking on a black platform, Ye, when you're talking to Piers Morgan. What are you talking about? Piers Morgan is a straight white man from Britain. He speaks whatever the hell he wants to speak. Tucker Carlson, he's a straight white man. He speaks whatever the hell he wants to speak every night. So what are you talking about, Ye? What are you talking about? It doesn't make sense. But Ye, you separating yourself and putting yourself in a corner, brother. And what's happening to you right now, everybody's starting to come at you because of the things that you're saying. I can't say they just coming at you for no reason. You decided to go poke that hornet's nest for the reasons you feel like you need to poke it. Fine. But when you say slavery is not a choice, when you put on the White Lives Matter shirt, when you saying what you said about George Floyd and saying this mess right here, brother, I'm telling you, you're going to put yourself in a corner by yourself. Candace is not going to defend you. Candace is an opportunist. She's a known opportunist from way back in the day. I'm telling you, when you are so separated and the black community don't have your back, that's when them folks going to get on you, Kanye. They're going to take every dollar you have away from you, and you're going to be destitute. I'm telling you. Look at Bill Cosby. Look what they did to him. Off of lies. Look what they did to him off of lies. Do you really want to be put in a situation, Ye? Ye, stop, brother. I'm just trying to tell you as your fellow brother, stop. Go ahead and just pump the brakes. What you doing, brother? I'm just telling you, don't let people put a battery in your back. Don't let these people tell you, Ye, this. No, you made way too much money. You can do so much good for the community. You talking about your fashion. Focus on your fashion. Bruh, if I was you, I had your money. You know what I would do? I would be in the African continent right now looking in countries that's going to be very favorable for me to build a factory to start manufacturing my clothing and shoes, etc. That's why I would be putting my manufacturing, Ye. It's right for it. They got the land. They got the people. The people need jobs. You should be putting your manufacturing in the African continent. Working with African people. That's what I would do. And be focusing on, I'm going to show y'all about everything and source everything out of the continent of Africa. That's what I would do. And create, of course, more businesses and things here in America as well. And hey, you bridging the gap between the diaspora, and you doing all kind of things. Because I believe that the African continent is the next manufacturing hub anyway. Because that Chinese manufacturing, that China is being too volatile for the United States to be dealing with. The African continent is wide open for it. I'm telling you, it is. If I had to put a factory somewhere, that's what I would do. I would do that in a heartbeat. But Ye, why don't you show them folks that you don't need them? You got your own manufacturing. You got your own everything. You're right there, brother. Don't sit there and squander all that mess away. Show the white supremacists that you are better than them. But what you're doing, you're literally giving them an alley-oop to take you down. You're giving them the lane they need to justify of taking every dime from you, bruh. Don't think you so insulated in America. You got so much money that they can't take every dime from you. Look what JP Morgan Chase did. You had $140 million in their bank and they say, hey, Ye, we're going to close your account, man. What bank does that? The banks are in the business of getting money and they don't want your money. $140 million, brother, think. See, people around you not going to tell you what your brother going to tell you. But Ye, think about what you're doing, brother. Just think. If I was you in that bank situation, I'll go find a black-owned bank and I'll go find every black-owned bank and see which one I'm going to partner with and say, look, I'm going to bring all my money here. I'll bring it here to this bank. Or I'll spread it out to a few black-owned banks. But I want a contract to say y'all can't close my account for nothing I say at all. Because I don't play this you mess with my money because of what I said. As long as I'm not harming the bank itself, I'll promote the bank. I'll be getting people to come put their money here, etc. because of my celebrity. That's what you should be focusing on, Ye. building your fashion empire and trying to go bank with the black banks or black credit unions. That's what I would be doing. And show these people I'm a lot better anyway. Instead of sitting up here saying some of the things you're saying, brother. Because you giving them the lane to take you down. But y'all let me know what y'all think about Ye here. Like I said, I hope this message gets to the brother. Because Ye, I'm telling you as your brother, I'm telling you as a concern, I'm telling you as out of love, brother. Just focus on what you really want to do. That's it. Make it happen. Just make that happen. Them folks gonna do what they do. At the end of the day, you're talking about contracts. Man, a lot of our people don't read contracts. They don't get lawyers to read contracts. I send my contracts to my lawyer, a black lawyer, and let her read it. And let her tell me this and that and the third is in that contract. I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't think you should do that deal because this deal seems kind of shady. If you're not sending your contracts to your lawyers and let them read it and you sign it, whose fault is it at that point? Is it theirs, the person you sign with, or is it yours? It's yours because you did not have to sign that deal at all. The problem is a lot of black folks don't want to read or have somebody else read for them. So you sign janky deals. Then you want to get mad at somebody else. No, get mad at your poor business practices. But Ye, brother, the stop when you stop, brother, stop. Because it's just not going to end well for you. And I don't want to see this happen to you. Hey, brothers, I want to tell you about a website called blackmenszone.com. Now, Black Men's Zone is a site that specifically targets black men. It's a place where black men talk about issues that solely affect them. Now, at Black Men's Zone, the topics will range from news to society, sports, technology, business, food and recipes. Some brothers got to cook too. Gaming, and some of your brothers like doing some of that. Health and fitness, got to get your workout on. Music, movies, and many other topics. Now, there's not many forums around these days for black men, and because black men have to create them. Now, this particular website is more of a forum based, something simple, not social media. You can write what you need to write, say what you need to say, get on, get off pretty quick. But if you're interested, brothers, to at least go there, and I want you to check it out, engage in the topics, go to blackmenszone.com, sign up for an account, and get engaged in the conversation.